The reason we're here today is for a number of things. John Muir Award provider gathering, and that's all the grown-up people you can see there who use the John Muir Award and have come here to find out a few more things about it and to share their experiences. But also we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Cairngorms National Park, but also 10 years of the John Muir Award in the Cairngorms as well. So what we've been doing there, for those of you who don't know, is we've had a Creeping Toad has come along, and he's been working with 3 schools in the area to create artwork and stories inspired by the Cairngorms and by John Muir, and also the vivid imaginations of the children. I've seen some of them, and they're very vivid, and they look fantastic.
We've been working with 3 local schools, Carbridge Primary, Abbeymoor Primary and Speyside High School. And we've been looking at the Cairngorms and looking at what's special about this area and what stories have never been told. So this morning we want to present you with some of the stories that have never been told. We started with the idea that these hills are special. The places round about us are special. Oh, that's a long bit of paper. And to tell us a little bit more about that specialness, Vincent and Jamie, I'll get you up first.
Drizzly mornings, snowy winters, rainy days, sunny summers.
Snowy mountains, high moors, deep forests.
Buzzards in the sky, kestrels and hen, harrisers, deer in the forest, pheasants in the field, salmon in the spray, grouse in the heather, pine martin in the trees, capercaillie in the woods, hare with living, rabbits with their kits, thistles and nettles.
Fishing on the river, walking on the hill, gamekeepers preparing pens, gun dogs get trained, flirting with greyhounds, spaniels washing birds, shooting on estates, distilling whiskey.
Life in the Cairngorms. It's many aspects, everything from buzzards in the sky to fishing on the rivers. It's a place of people and wildlife, and landscapes and mountains that could be giants sound asleep under blankets of trees and heather and snow. But it's there, or it's protected, very much because of one Victorian gentleman who left Scotland and who seemed to spend a lot of his life wandering about America, impressing people with the importance of wild places. And we were wondering what John Muir would feel if he came back here now. What would he look for? What would he enjoy of the landscape that we live in? And to tell us about that, Niall, Carlin, Ewan, you're up.
We know John Muir liked wild places and beautiful, exciting outdoor experiences, so if he could come to Cairngorms now.
He might peer through the glass at Landmark and watch the small birds feast, or creep in the dark wood and find the playful red squirrels chasing each other around the trees, or slip silently through Elmwood Forest and watch the red deer roaring, or enjoy camping in the rare sunshine and sleeping in dens made of logs and branches.
He might jump off the ancient arch bridge over Darling River into the cold dark depths of the dark pool there, or plunge into the deep pool of Slugging, or catch fish where the shallow water runs quickly over the stones.
He might climb the mountains of the Cairngorms and watch the snow and hares, and the summit of the mountains, see the amazing ptarmigan, or stand on the hilltops and feel the snow blowing, or slide all the way down again on an old tire.
He might run over the heather, run through the bushes, run through the trees, on and on until he finds a mystical enchanted pool.
And he might go and see the new forest that is growing, so the woods of Cairngorm and the flowers and animals will not die.
Thank you. We hope that John Muir would like the world that we live in now, that he could go sliding down the mountains on an old tyre. We really like the image of him with his nice big beard and his coat and his boots. Now we would like to take you on a journey into a world of adventures. Come away from your everyday places. Come with us to find adventures over here, over there on the other side of town. Tiptoe through the graveyard where the ancient dead sleep. Walk beside the river where the salmon swim, and over the bumpy bridge made of stone and moss into the wood of twisted trees. Here in the wood, the wild wolves still hunt. Be careful they don't hunt you, and slip between the tall trees and look for the right path through the forest. But only the wolves can show you. Only they know the secret path to the secret caves. Walk through the stone arches of that ancient cave. Creep into the darkness. An adventure might be waiting. I'm going to start with some of our Carbridge team. And they have been reminding us that we live in a world where there's pine needles as sharp as blades, where rowan berries drop from the trees as red as blood, where hedges are as tall as buses, and grass is as green as bushes, and nettles are as sore as hedgehogs. There's also people who are as hard as stones, and whose character are as prickly as stinging nettles. But now, we'll tell you some stories. So,
one autumn day, Phoenix Wright went for a walk in Carbridge Woods. Phoenix Wright's hair was the colour chocolate brown. Phoenix Wright's hair was spiky as pine needles. Phoenix Wright's face was squidgy as a rubber. Phoenix Wright's clothes were as smooth as a leaf. Phoenix Wright's voice was hard as a rock. Phoenix walked joyfully to the middle of the woods. When he got there, he found a perfect place for making a den. He made a den using moss and sticks. A few minutes later, "Finished!" exclaimed Phoenix. "Froggy!" shouted Big the cat. Big broke Phoenix Wright's den, and Phoenix took 15 minutes to building the den again. Then he went to bed, and he was fast asleep before you know it. The end.
On one hot summer day in the woods, a squirrel was hunting for his dinner. He saw a pinecone, but it was a strange pinecone because it had arms, legs, mouth, nose, and eyes. So he thought to get it out of his mind, he thought that he would eat it. When he tried to get closer, the cone ran away from him. But the squirrel catched up with him and ate him. Then climbed a tree and went to sleep.
On a dark morning in the cairn grounds, Sid, Pat, John and Hamish did their usual jobs. You see, Sid was often like his friends, but he spent his day in the woods with his friends. Sid's job was to find firewood, so he went out and did that. Suddenly robbers came out from the trees and tied Sid to a big, thick tree. Sid screamed for help, but it didn't work. Sid decided to take out his penknife, but he dropped it in the bushes. 10 minutes later, Sid heard a noise. He tried to turn around, but he couldn't because of the ropes. Suddenly, Sid's hamster came out of the leaves and started nipping through the ropes. The robbers left about 15 minutes ago, so Sid followed in their directions. A few minutes later, Sid was crawling through a cave. Suddenly he stopped. He saw the robbers and his friends. Sid tried to creep around the walls of the cave, but he got caught. Sid ran round the cave and picked up a hot twig. Hag caught it and fried himself and his friends ran. Sid shouted, "Catch up," and he did.
And we're just going to end with just those last words again. That we've been looking at a world full of animals, full of plants, a landscape full of excitement, and some of the things that made it special were the smell after rain, the smell of the moors, fast rivers, deep pools, wild waterfalls, and quiet. So thank you very much, audience. Thank you very much, storytellers. Well done, everyone.